guys, this is me Failname, and welcome to the first out of 3 Resto Shaman guides for Mist of Pandaria. In this video I will be going over the talents and the glyphs, and what I think about them, and which ones I am personally gonna use when I'm gonna start raiding in mob. So yeah, let's get to it. As you might have guessed, we will be going into the restoration tree. The first spell that you gain from being Resto is Earth Shield. It has 9 stacks, it lasts for 10 minutes, and it increases the healing done to the target affected by Earth Shield by 20%. When the target is struck by, let's say, a boss, because most likely the tank will have the Earth Shield, it will be healed for 3.5k. The reason why the healing is so low is because my gear is 85 gear, and I haven't geared up for mob yet, because during testing, the gear was automatically adjusted to a higher item level. The second spell is Riptide. It has an initial heal of 8.7k, will scale with spell power obviously, and it gives a hot that will heal 25k over the next 17.51 seconds. If you heal the target with Riptide, the chain heal will hit 25% more, but the Riptide will disappear. Get greater healing wave, which is your big heal, and the Spirit Link Totem, which levels out the health of all players within it. So if you have one guy on 30k and yourself in 10k, you will both be taking the 20k, and the healing that you receive in there will be shared. So let's go ahead and learn this, and head over to the talents. For the talents on the first row, it's kind of boring. Nature's Guardian, we have this today. When you're taking below 30%, you get 25% of your max health for 10 seconds, and it can't occur more than every 30 seconds. Stone Bulwark Totem, a totem that absorbs 25.4k, lasts for 10 seconds, the shield that is, and up to additional 8.5k every 5 seconds thereafter. So if you place a totem, you get a shield, and if you let it stay for 10 seconds, you will get 8.4k shield out to 5 seconds, and when the duration is done, you will get another 8.5k. So it's pretty good. The Astral Shift gives you a 40% reduced damage taken for 6 seconds on a 2-minute cooldown. Out of these three, I think these two are the only viables, at least in the beginning of the expansion. This might be when you know that there's gonna be heavy burst, like for example if you have a fight to like Ultraction, where you have to stay out with a player. This one could be used. But in most cases I think I would go for this one in the beginning, simply because it will help out the raid and yourself a lot when you're healing. Because the healing will be intense, the damage will be intense, so people might drop, and they might drop unexpectedly. So when you go below 35%, you get 25% of your max HP, which takes you to about, let's say, 50% if you just go below 30, and it lowers the pressure a lot. So in the beginning, at least, I'm going to go with Nature's Guardian. On the second tree, nothing special, just boring talents. Frozen Power, when you frost shock someone, they get rid of for 5 seconds. Earth Grab Totem, it reduces the movement speed by 50% on like creatures around you. That's very viable. This one though, I'm definitely going with this one. Every raid member around you in a 40-odd radius will get immune to slows. So this one is really good, and the raid will really benefit from it if it's fights that has slows. On the 45 level talent row, there's really no question. Call of Elements, this one is the one you want. It finishes the cooldown on, let's say, it does on Healing Tide Totem if you choose to go for that, on the Mana Tide, on the Spirit Link. This one, if you pop your Mana Tide, has 20 seconds, you takes it away after half duration. Like, the cooldown is lost portion to the lost duration. So if you remove your mana title in 10 seconds earlier, it will have a 10-second less cooldown. So really a shit totem. Totemic projection. If you are on one side of a room, you have totems there, you can relocate them to where you are. So yeah, more for PvP. So this one without a doubt. On the 60 talent row, it's more interesting. Elemental Mastery is basically just personal bloodlust for 20 seconds every 2 minutes. So it's the same as if with the Spirit Walker's Grace you have today with the 2 set. No, 4 set, excuse me. Ancestral Swiftness, it's Nature Swiftness, instant cast on a spell with less than 10-second casting time. And it also passively gives you 5% spell and melee haste. The only reason I would go for this one was if I was the only one who had the chance to get the 5% melee and haste buff and spell haste buff for my raid in a 10-man. But I'm going 25-man, so this talent isn't going to be viable for me. This one on the other hand, Echo of Elements. When one of your spell costs direct damage or healing, you have a chance to gain Echo of the Elements, duplicating the spell's effect. So if I get a 200k crit heal with greater healing wave on a tank, it will heal 400k. It will duplicate. So no doubt, going with the Echo of the Elements. Down here, it's really fight dependent. This one isn't really viable. It has a 2-minute cooldown, and it lasts for 10 seconds. And when you do damage or healing for the next 10 seconds, 40% of the amount you do to the main target is coped. Like 40% of the healing is given to 3 nearby injured players. So if you heal a tank for 100k, 40k will be healed to 3 nearby injured players. No, I do not like this talent because of the long cooldown. It doesn't really give anything. Like it isn't reliable at all compared to this one on the other hand. And this one, of course. The Healing Tide Totem is a totem that you put down, lasts for 10 seconds, heal 5 most injured party members for 12.3k within 40 yards. So it's like the totem you have today, except this one has a 3-minute cooldown. It heals for... like, the healing is completely insane. I promise you, it's freaking wild. Like, with the haste I have in this gear, it will do a total of 5 heals. So, it's around 100k healing split between 5 players, or like it is more, but just approximately with the gear I have. So this one is very good, and it works great with the Call of the Elements as well because you can pop it twice. But this one, Conductivity, is your instant heals, or not instant heals, but like target heals, like Healing Wave, Healing Surge, Greater Healing Wave. Those spells, if you have like 10 players within a healing rain, and you get a 100k crit heal with Greater Healing Wave, just to say that, 20% of that, also like 20k, will be split between the between all of the players within the healing rain. So let's say you get a 200k crit heal, and you have 10 players within it. 20%, like 40k, will be split between the 10 players, 4k for each. So, like, it just makes your healing rain completely overpowered. As simple as that. So this one is the most reliable. I'm gonna go for that, I believe, in the beginning. But it's very fight dependent, and this one might be if there's like insanely like dot heavy tank damage. Like let's say on your Sash today, if you're a tank healer, he has 2 stacks. You can cast 2 more heals. The other tank is dropping, can't be healed more. Pop this one, you get an insane heal, and the other tank will stay alive simply because you have this cooldown. So this one is viable for some fights, but not the ones I've tested at least. And this one for healing intensive, insane burst phases, even though this one might be better. The only thing is that the chain heal doesn't affect this one, which is kind of sad. But This one is good for, like, let's say Warlord. You're a tank healer, put out your healing rain, you heal the tank, and you heal everyone within the healing rain. So this one passively gives you insane amount of healing inside your healing rain with instant spells, which will be good in the beginning at least, because you will use a lot of healing waves, which I will come back to save mana. But this one is also very viable for a few fights, but I think I'll go with this one from the beginning. And down here, there's no question. This one gives you control and as elemental over your like stone totem guy or your fire elemental. So this one is good for enhancement as well. This one is pure elemental. It just gives you like an extra spell to use every 12 seconds. But Unleashed Fury, it increases the next single target heal by 50%. Today is 20% when you do a normal Unleash element, but this one gives you 50%, which is completely wild. So this is the spec I believe I'm going to go with in the beginning. You have this one, when you go below 30% you get 25% HP. This one removes all snare or slow effects from party members within 40 yards. Call of the Elements reduces, or like instantly removes the cooldown from, let's say, Mana Tide Totem, Spiritling Totem, Healing Tide Totem if you so desire. Echo of the Elements duplicates your spells. Conductivity increases the healing received within the healing rain. If you do single target heals, it will be split between the guys inside your healing rain. And the Unleashed Fury increases your next single target spell after using Unleashed Elements by 50%. So let's go with that. And now to the glyphs. The glyphs is the hardest part about, I would really say, any class in the whole of Mist of Pandaria, because they make so little difference, or so weird, I will say. The ones we have for healing is Cleansing Waters. When you dispel a magical curse effect from an ally, you heal them for 4% of your maximum health. You have the Healing Stream, which just gives you a 10% less damage taken from Fire, Frost, and Nature, so it's a resistant totem. Healing Wave, this one is very viable, at least in the beginning of the expansion, because when you heal someone with a Healing Wave, 20% of the healing is done to you as well. So what this means, like, Healing Wave is extremely mana efficient. It doesn't like use a lot of mana, so you can really spam it. And the healing it does is wild with the Unleash element, because if you use Unleash element on a target, like let's say the tank, he will gain an instant heal from the Unleash element. You will gain a 50% increased heal on the next single target heal. And if he has Urge Shield as well, the heal will be 20% stronger. And if you have, let's say, your healing rain down, you have healing rain on a few players, you heal a tank with Earth Shield and with the Unleashed element, a healing wave, you will heal him for a lot, you will everyone inside your healing rain for a lot more, and the heal on yourself will be completely insane. So this one pairs really good with your mana in the beginning of the expansion, I believe. Riptide, 90% of the initial direct heal is removed. And the cooldown is also removed. But the thing about the Riptide glyph is that you will spend so much mana on this in the beginning. You will have so little mana per 5th second. When I raid tested and I had this glyph, I went in seconds. It was completely wild. It does a lot of healing, but it doesn't weigh up for the mana you will lose. Spirit Walk's Grace increases the duration by 5 seconds. To the recurrence, 2% of your mana. You get 2% mana back whenever you hit with a lightning bolt. It's okay, I guess. And the Water Shield. Water Shield, you have to have this. Because your mana will not be pleased if you don't have this in the beginning of the expansion. It increases the mana regeneration when you're attacked by 50%, but the passive generation is reduced by 15%. So it's it's also very fight dependent, because like most of the fights you will be hit by shit. There's no fights in whole World of Warcraft more or less where only the tank takes damage. So when you are attacked, you get 50% more regen, and you will assume that in the beginning you will be hit by some shit at least, and the mana you get back is well worth the 15% passive reduce. So I will definitely go with the Border Shield buff, the Healing Wave. And for the last talent, I will not go for the Riptide because it will go so fast. But the Healing Stream is very good for the sake of the raid, for the resistance. And the Healing Stream now has a 30-second cooldown. Does some more healing at least than it used to do. But it's basically the same totem. And for the minor glyphs, it's just cosmetic. Yeah, your chain heal now has a border effect. Yeah, let's use this Ghost Wolf. You can get water walking. And to Temic and Curticlars, whenever you use a totem like a healing spring totem, you get free illusions around it. So that might be good, like if you have, like let's say on Spine or blobs running around killing your totems, they might kill an illusion and not the real totem. So that's about it for the first part of this guide. In the next part, I will be going over stat weight, I will be going over gems, reforging, and stuff like that. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. Hope you liked it, and stay tuned for the next video, guys. See you next time.